What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Locals Sk8. I'm your host once again, OG Skate Show. This is a podcast where we get to know local skaters on and off the board. And today we have a returning guest. We have Carlos Torres with us.
Let's go.
Thank you for joining us, dude.
Yeah,
I appreciate you coming back.
Yes, I'm hyped.
Dude, thank you very much. And for those who are wondering, no, the Couch Boys ain't here today. That's why they didn't get introduced, but hopefully they'll get here on the next one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But thank you so much for coming down, dude.
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah.
Super sick.
Remind us what city you're repping.
Boyle Heights.
Boyle Heights?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes,
and you were episode 70.
Was I?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you were episode 70, so it was maybe almost a year, probably like 11 months ago.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a couple months for sure.
Yeah. So how you been, man?
Good. Definitely skating a lot more, and not too sure what we talked about last time, but just skating, doing skate coaching.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
All right. The last time you were here, though, you dropped, you were working on a part.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And you kind of had I think you had an injury, so you didn't get your last clips or something like that, I remember.
Damn. Yeah.
Okay. But I do want to get into that as well later. But cool. Let's get into some of your local spots that you like to skate at.
Sick. Yeah. Well, for sure, Mariachi Plaza. That's always, the go-to, just because I was literally born in the hospital right next door and lived, even across from that. So it's just a spot I've always known.
Mm-hmm.
Got super comfortable skating as a mani pad as Pop got better. So that's been the challenge, but it's always fun.
It's a stair set, and you're using it as a mani pad.
Yeah, it's like a stair set stage. It's it's four up, four down.
Yeah.
But yeah, a couple people now that I've been kind of getting better at my skate history have skated it before as a mani pad. I recently saw Theotis, his Nike part.
Okay.
I think debacle. I don't even know. I forgot. But he did kickflip mani, tray flip out.
Okay.
And more recently, this guy on DGK, Slew to Chris, or that was his Instagram before, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Slew. There we go. Yeah, he did switch flip mani, tray flip out.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's cool. It's a spot, People are doing that for sure.
Okay. All right.
It's fun to skate.
That's so rad, dude. I love that that's a local spot, especially for us I love mariachi music for one thing.
Yeah. I've recently found more love for it, but
yeah.
It's definitely sick to just be in a plaza called Mariachi Plaza,
Right.
Pretty dope.
All right. Is that the spot you mostly go to warm up or?
Yeah, lately it has been, it changes. Sometimes it'll be skate park, El Sereno. Sometimes it'll be Hollenbeck, my local where I grew up skating. If it's super hot and I kind of didn't get to skate early in the morning, I'll go to Pekin because there's shade.
Okay. So
if the session starts at noon, I'll consider Pekin.
Pekin.
Yeah,
okay.
But I mean,
what city is that in?
It's
Boyle Heights.
Yeah,
okay.
still. It's right next to Little Tokyo.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much going downtown.
Yeah, I haven't seen that park yet, but
El
Sereno for sure, man. I see you there. I mean, you post a lot of clips.
Yeah.
I mean, killing it though.
Thank you, bro.
Dude, smooth skating.
Yeah.
Manis all day, flipping in, flipping out.
Appreciate that. Yeah, it's a fun park. It's super smooth. No one's really there in the mornings. So. I definitely like getting into a flow right there. It's cool.
I like the fact that you started another Instagram as well, right?
Yeah.
Which one's that one?
Yeah, that one's the coaching? Dedicated coaching one. It's called Profe.Carlos.
Oh, okay.
So
it's in Spanish.
Well, I mean, the idea was for it to be in Spanish. Just to cater to a community that even a more smaller community that I probably.
The kids that probably don't think that they can probably skate or maybe feel a little more intimidating, and then they hear that he speaks like me.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or maybe even the parents, because I was thinking really
yeah, you got to get to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it ended up being where I just kind of spoke English.
Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe I'll throw in some bilingual content right there. So.
But that's cool, man. I love the fact that you started doing that, and it's it's kind of showing people how to skate, right?
For sure. I mean, I think it's more of like introducing people of a different way of like of thinking on the board. You know, it's a
Okay.
mindset more
Mhm.
than teaching, because I find that teaching happens with themselves. Like once they go into practice and
Mhm.
once they figure out what's difficult, and
Right.
then that's where I come in and I'm like, well, have you tried this, or maybe think about it this way. And that's where the teaching happens, you know, on the one-on-one
Right.
sessions or like the talking.
Right. Yeah,
But
because I feel like especially like with the Mannies, like how you say
yeah,
you want to be kind of over your board a little bit in this,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
So you're explaining it where because I watch you and I don't know why I just want to get out there and Manny for all day. Like
nice. That's
yeah, like I
funny.
see how easy you make it look.
Yeah,
So in my mind, I'm trying to mimic you, and then somehow I can just like pop on the board, and the next thing you know, I'm like cruising in a Manny.
yeah,
But in my head, it's like you
yeah,
know how kids think, oh, I want to be like Mike, you know,
yeah, yeah.
shooting a
I
basketball.
mean, that's how it is to this day for me too. Like I'll see someone like uh anyone. Like recently, I've been skating a lot with Greg and Steve.
Hmm.
Um,
Greg Rodriguez.
yeah, Greg Rodriguez and Steve. I mean, I've always been skating with Steve, but like
Hmm.
Greg recently, kind of a little more. And him doing his tricks, like the hard flip from boards or tricks into Little Hubba right there, El
Right.
Sereno, it starts opening up possibility, you know?
Okay.
And then before you know it, or at least before I know it, I'm trying things that I never thought I could really do.
Mm.
So, like, I think that's a big part of it, like just introducing the possibility
Mm.
and not being closed off to, like, oh, I can't do that. Like, I'm just someone who can't do
Right.
that. I don't know if you've done that before, like where you're just like, I'm just not a stair skater, or I'm just not,
I
you know,
mean, there's
something like that.
there's time why I know like okay, like so for me, I feel like I used to 5-0 grind like butter back in the day. Either I could tail
Nice.
drag it or I could leave it like a Manny.
Right.
You know what I mean? I could choose.
Mm-hmm.
That's how well I had them at one time. I'm scared to death of a 5-0 now, but I feel like
Yeah.
I can still do it, but I'm just scared.
Mm,
You know, but I gotta overcome that, and
for
then
sure.
I gotta trust my trucks again. I gotta trust my aim. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. But at least you're open to the possibility that you can
Yeah,
do it,
because
right?
I can 5-0 ledges because they're a little easier, right? So I'll
Right.
start with the ledge, and then
Nice.
once I start feeling comfy with that, then we'll move on. But
Sick.
rail skate are starting to scare me a little bit more
Yeah,
nowadays.
like the flat bars.
50-50s, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, flat bars, yeah. I'm not going down any stairs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that's also another thing. Like, obviously, I'm like on that page. I'm kind of like you can literally do anything, but it doesn't mean you have to do everything. Like you
Hmm.
choose your battles and you choose what's fun for you.
Exactly.
It trips me out how people enjoy freestyle skating so much. Like,
Freestyle, like
yeah, like Ronnie Mullen kind of stuff.
okay.
Like personally, I love to see someone enjoying it,
Mm-hmm.
but I can never see myself spending more than like 5-10 minutes on
In
it.
just one spot.
And just one like freestyle, like, you know.
Yeah.
And that's not a knock on freestyle. It's just
No, of
like
course.
I just am very self aware that I don't like that
Mm-mm.
kind of skating, you know.
Yeah.
Or
mean,
I
with-
can't. I don't want to spend time in it.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, with
yeah.
everything around you, I mean, you I feel like you utilize all the obstacles you got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, try to for
So,
sure.
and the fact that not only do you like have flat ground tricks, but you also know the quarter piping, you know the
That's yeah.
transition, you know what I mean?
That's something I'm like literally just kind of
Getting
exploring.
into. Okay, okay. But you look comfy to me.
Yeah. That's what.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean? I mean, at
maybe.
least at El Sereno.
For sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And those parks, yeah, because I've been skating them
Mhm.
for a couple years. So,
Yeah,
but if I go to some other one,
yeah, because you know the flow of that
yeah,
park.
exactly.
Dude, that's so cool, man. I love the fact that you go out and spend time and just keep practicing every day.
Yeah, bro, have to, or else you lose it. You don't, use it, you lose it. It's cliche, but it's super true.
Man, what's some of the biggest questions that people ask you?
Mm,
Do you have people hitting you up on Instagram?
a lot, yeah,
Yeah?
It's crazy. It's honestly like, oh wow, like, and I've always thought about doing it, but until recently, it kind of grew fast. Within like a month or two, I got from like less than 1,000 to 5,000 followers,
Wow.
and people gravitated a lot to the Mannies for sure.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
I did this one video about a Manny, and I showed myself doing one. They'll ask me honestly like, oh, what do you mean? Because I'll mention things like hinge your hips, use your whole body, or look at the direction you're going, stuff like that. And so they'll ask for clarification, but then they'll also ask for how to apply what I'm saying to their situation. Yeah, and then you get the general like, oh,
that's true, because not everybody's bodies move the same.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you could tell me the same thing all day, but maybe my hips don't move that way or something. So we got to find ways to adjust.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like where I bring the people more in through the DMs, because there's some people who are like, that's dumb. Like, not everyone could do, and I'm like, yeah, that's the thing though. You can get there.
Right.
Or that's what we got to figure out.
Well, first of all, you got to lose that way of thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Back to get rid of that negativity.
Exactly.
And and then go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're already failing if you're saying you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? I never said I couldn't 5-0. I just said I'm scared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got to acknowledge the fear.
That's funny. I know I probably could do it.
Yeah,
I'm just scared.
And that's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
That's super cool. That's good to know, because that goes a long way. Like, there's people who won't even... like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's an ego, and I don't want to say ego is a bad thing, but they won't even say they're scared. They'll just say, I'm not going to do that.
Right. Or that trick is whack.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
but it's not that it's whack. It's you're scared.
Not whack. You say it's whack because you can't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff
you know
like
what
that.
I'm saying? Yeah.
That reminds me of pressure flips. I love pressure flips, and some people just hate them.
I mean, I think we touched on a little bit of pressure flips on the first episode, but yeah, I mean, but in the 90s, bro, pressure flips were no, dude. Like that was like, but people still did them like on the low. They're like, oh, they're so fun though. I'm like, see, I didn't learn them because everybody said that they were,
exactly.
You weren't supposed to do them, and now over here you guys are like, yeah, but I did them. I'm like, yeah, I've never seen it, but yeah, you got them. I see it. I see it now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That dude. I mean, this dude. I think one of our guests just did like a impossible underflip. It was one of his dream tricks. I was like, dang, that's pretty
impossible
cool.
Underflip.
Yeah,
I think I know what that is.
Yeah. So I mean, like
some Jamie Griffin stuff.
I mean, so I was like, that's a scoop as well. Like, I see you got to pick and choose the battles, but
yeah.
But nowadays, like, man, I love the fact that like. You can do whatever you want. I wouldn't say everything goes, because, I mean, to me personally, is you make it look good. That's all it really takes.
Yeah.
Or you're just having fun. I mean, you got to look like you're having fun, too. Don't do something that's, like, I would say corny, and you're not even having a good time doing it.
Yeah, I think that's what people... That's, like, the whole... Where the hate comes from, where it's like, dude, like...
Sometimes people hate... some people hate on a little bit on, like, Benihanas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But... I would love to be able to fly like that and do that judo kick in the air, bro. Like, that would be amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, I've always wanted that. There's a... Rudy Moreno?
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's got him. Downstairs sets.
Downstairs sets. When I saw that, I was like, that's the way you want to, like, shut people up, honestly. Because, okay, pressure flips are whack, right? But then if you do them off some stair sets...
Yeah, you do it off Hollywood 16 all of a sudden.
Yeah. It's like, oh, damn. You got to kind of respect that, Like,
oh, for sure.
If not, you're just straight hating. Like,
yeah.
Right. Has anyone done pressure flip down Hollywood 16?
I don't know. Probably not. I haven't heard it. Let's go get it. Let's go get it.
Yeah. That would be wild.
That's a huge pressure flip, I think. Unless the stairs are higher than longer, Because I think you need... I don't know how far you could take a pressure flip, Yeah. Because I don't do them, so I don't know. But
no, I think it's possible. I've done them down some
stuff.
Some 8, 9 stairs.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, and that was when I was like 17, 18,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, man. That's so cool. But, I mean, dude, like I said, like nowadays, as long as it looks good to me, I mean, have fun with it, man.
For sure. Yeah, everyone's a lot more open, definitely, with different kinds of skating.
Yeah. Yeah. What are some of your favorite things to do? We know the manis and the flip tricks, but
like skating wise, well, now I sized down. At the time, like the first time I came on, I was skating like 825, and
In the Caravana video where you were
825 for
825,
sure. Yeah.
the board did look a little big on your
Yeah.
feet. Yeah,
Did it?
I thought it was an 8.5. I was like, damn.
Oh damn.
I was like, you're doing all that stuff in that video?
No,
Wow.
maybe 1 or 2 clips, but no, it was 825, and I just was like, I need to flip more into stuff, and I started getting very fatigued, or I noticed that I could go, like condition myself better with a smaller board, so I just sized down. Now I'm trying to flip more, flip into tricks more, flip out. Same with manis. So to answer the question, ledges, I'm trying to get more comfortable on them.
Okay.
And stairs, believe it or not, I don't skate as much stairs as I would like to. But it's definitely gonna be me and Joe Cisco, the one that did Caravana.
Yeah.
We talked about it, and he's like, we gotta get those stair clips in. You know?
So are you working on a part 2 of this video, or?
Yeah, well, it's not gonna be called the same thing.
Same crew type.
Mostly, you know, the
same dude that made the last video.
Exactly,
Let's
same
go
dude.
with that.
Yeah, and a couple dudes that made the first one.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because not everybody keeps up with skating too, you know.
Yeah.
Or people move on to other projects as well.
Yeah, or they keep on with skating, but it's just not at the same. I don't know if level's the right word, but priority.
Like a lot of times, you know, with skate videos, you're supposed to up the last one, right?
Yeah,
you know
exactly. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah,
you know, so at least the person, you got to up your part.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's the goal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that would be my goal.
No, it definitely is my goal, and
but the older I get, I just want to get in the video nowadays. You know what I mean? Shit. Let's be honest.
That's good though.
You know, as long as I got something good enough to make the cut, let's go.
Yeah. Same.
But yeah. Dude, that's so cool. So what else? So you moved down to size 8?
Yeah, size 8. Skate more stairs, ledges, flip into them. Be more technical, pretty much. And yeah, hopefully this video part shows that.
you liking the 8 better?
Size
8?
Yeah, way better.
Yeah.
I also, if I can be more, you know, stingy with my board setup, I want to skate 14-inch wheelbase.
Okay.
But it's so hard to get that consistently, you know. Because, you know, only certain pros have their own shape, their own size, dimensions. So, yeah, I can't really skate something consistently.
If you keep changing, if you keep changing, see, that's one thing I never really pay attention to is like the
dimensions.
Yeah, well, I know I skate a twin paddle. Normally 825. Normally I like the 8, and then I bumped up to 825, and 825 was okay. The board I'm on now is 8.5, and I'm like, ooh, it's a little big. I'm
heavy.
Being able to do stuff.
Yeah.
But like you said, I'm feeling a little more fatigued with it.
Yeah.
Like it's taking a little more out of me to get my tricks on, you know? So I'm like, okay, well, I think I'm gonna have to go. I think I'm actually gonna go back down to 8 like you did. But this is dramatic from 8.5 to 8.
That's kind of wild.
That's gonna be dramatic. You're gonna be like, because I'm gonna already get used to the 8.5, right?
Yeah, but it's you know, it's possible. You just kind of gotta be aware that it's gonna feel very off, and you know, you gotta roll with the punches.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But dude, that's cool. And what brand are you riding? What's your favorite?
Well,
if you can.
Yeah, I don't. Well, okay, so I've just kind of was riding inner city shop decks, honestly, and then the board I have now, because I think a homie hooked it up to Steve, and I'm riding his old setup board. It's a 14-inch wheelbase, and it's a girl deck, and I think it has the new technology.
Ooh,
that thing feels super.
Secret?
I think so. Yeah.
If it's a Pop Secret one, yeah.
That thing feels so great, like it's insane. And I'm not like. My favorite brand isn't girl. It would have to be like, you know, chocolate one of the like more square
shape
boards.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you like the way the pop feels on this one. The wood snap.
Yeah, because like boards I was skating were just shop decks and size 8, maybe 14.125 or 2.5 wheelbase, and it feels okay. You know, I think. You don't want to sacrifice consistency, like a consistent board setup, for like trying shapes like that, you know?
Yeah, sometimes it could throw you off unless you're that
Yeah.
guy that just knows that you
Yeah.
can skate whatever,
Exactly.
you know. But I like I need to have what I like usually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you're in a place, like I'm not in a place honestly where I can do that most
Mm-hmm.
times, but when I am in that place, I'm like I'm not
Oh
taking
yeah,
it for granted, you know. I'm making
right.
sure I use that because it feels so good to go to the park and like for me try maybe let's say a kickflip crook,
Mm-hmm.
and if I don't get it within 1 or 3 or 5 tries, I know I'm tired. You know, I
Mm.
don't have to think like, oh, it's because of the nose, or oh, it's because of the grip, or you know,
Ah,
like I know it's because I'm tired.
okay.
So it's a good gauge.
Okay, well
Yeah.
that's good to know. Yeah, because
Yeah.
a lot of times, like me, it's never me, it's the board. You know?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but yeah, dude, like everybody has their off days, everybody has
For
their on
sure.
days. You know, like,
Yeah.
and sometimes just taking a break and then you come back and you're like, dude, I'm landing everything. What the
Yeah.
hell? Yeah,
Yeah. For
you
sure.
know. But yeah, okay. Which trucks do you prefer?
Ace.
Ace.
Yeah. A
Ace
little
truck.
biased because I've been getting like flowed
Mm-hmm.
them, but Ace.
Hey, flow's not bad.
Yeah. It's
No, I
not
mean
bad.
you gotta if you like them, support them, and
Yeah.
man, I'd back them all day if they were flowing us, dude, big time.
Yeah.
Because they're
Yeah.
basically like I like Independence now,
Yeah.
and so they're basically I heard that they're the old Independence, just like molds. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I honestly wouldn't know, but for me,
Mhm.
it's always been like um, trucks. I never really thought about them. It was more like the bushing,
Bushing.
but I don't know what it is with the technology with the Ace. It's like it's less taxing. Like if you land on one side, you know, sometimes you pop the bushings because it's so.
Yeah.
Maybe it's also because I skate loose like bushings,
Okay.
but they haven't been ripping on me, so I'm just gonna say Ace.
Those are the stock bolts
Ace are
too.
the good stock ones. Have good
That's
stock
cool.
ones. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, when I was younger, I had problems with the bushings, but I used to have to skate my truck super tight back in the day, and I used to just keep having to tighten them. So I felt like once I jumped down something,
Yeah.
that's when they split because they already had pressure.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
now I get trucks, I just barely like if I need to,
Mm-hmm.
I'll tighten them like two little turns, and then that's good.
Nice.
Not a couple of times I bought them, I didn't even move them,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Do you think that was because you were like just getting into skating, or why?
I
What
think
did you
yeah, because I got away from the tight truck because I used to think that I gotta land straight, but I started learning the fact that if you got them loose, you can roll and turn out of these things. You know,
Yeah.
you can swivel out a little
Have
bit
more
easier
control and stuff.
if you got that control though. You
Yeah.
gotta learn
Yeah.
that control too.
Exactly. But
You
you can
know?
only learn it if you allow yourself to have
Right.
those loose trucks. Yeah.
Right, because it feels like for me, like if I do a front board slide and I come out fakie and I'm rolling backwards, but I'm still facing backwards,
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah.
If I could learn that going down a bank, like landing something,
Oh damn.
I would love that feeling because I love the feeling just landing like that on
Yeah.
flat. But if I could learn to roll away backwards on a like say what has like that I think West Covina has that big bump to bar and then it
Yeah.
goes down a big bank. Like if I could learn to come out like that backwards,
Yeah.
ooh, I would love that. But I'm scared.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you tried just like rolling down backwards like that?
Yeah, and rolling prepared is okay.
For sure.
But
Landing
into
yeah,
it,
yeah,
nah,
yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's for sure different. Like
right?
you know, I always would think because I would think the same thing like the La Puente mani pad. You know how it's like
Oh yeah,
you know into a bank.
right.
I wanted to do switch nose mani and just pop out once, and I was like, oh damn, I'm scared. Like, so I would get on and then fakie ollie because that's how I'm gonna.
Yeah, get the board to
go-
get
yeah.
in the way you want it, kind of
Uh-huh.
like right.
So that's what I'm gonna feel when I'm in the mani, and so I kind of just like went from that. So yeah, you'd probably have to do like a small ollie into a bank or a small fakie
And learn
ollie.
into it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, did I miss
Yeah.
it?
No, you're good.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, that's the fun about skating. You get to challenge yourself, you know, and think those things.
But I mean, just the mental reward too of landing
Yeah.
stuff. You know what I mean? Just your own satisfaction and
For sure.
like like sometimes I'll be struggling on a trick, and I know the fact that like the rail, it just needs a little wax, and I could just do it. But I'm a little lazy to go get it, so I keep pushing it.
That always happens to me, man.
And then I get waxed first try. I'm
yeah.
God, I knew it. I knew it wasn't me.
yeah. But you still didn't give yourself the wax.
I don't do that. I went and got it, but I was like,
you lagged a bit.
I lagged a bit to get it. I was trying to push through it. Like, you're supposed to just go faster.
No, I got it.
You got it, man. Just go faster.
Dude, I've done that so many times. Like, it's not even. There's no point. Like, just get the wax.
Just go get the wax. Yeah. It's like 10 feet away. Come on, let's go.
You could probably do it without wax, but trust me, it's better to.
It's so much easier.
So much better
effortless. And I got rails on, so it's like, come on now. Like, that's why I'm like, I shouldn't even be struggling here. What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it easier on yourself for sure.
All right. Well, dude, let's get in. I do want to talk about the Carvana part then.
All right. Cool.
Let's show the. Let's see if we can. Oops.
Yeah, because last time
My
it
bad,
was
everybody.
gonna premiere. Oh, did you turn it off?
I put the wrong camera on here, but it's all good. Here, let's play this part. Now we're not gonna have any sound.
Sick.
But this is the Mariachi Plaza.
Yeah.
Now,
Gio did all that intro.
Gio?
Yeah, Gio.
Shout out to Gio, man. This filming is great, bro.
Yeah.
It looks good.
He killed it. He did a good job.
Yeah, man. How long did it take you to film this part?
It was like 2 years. Yeah, but, there is a good amount of break in between. Like, life happened, took 2 months off, 1 month, 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I didn't really get support only towards, like, the end of the video from inner city, to kind of, for hardware and soft goods kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, it's tough to work on a full. Sorry, damn.
I know it gets you burpy, huh?
Yeah, it's tough to work on a full part that you really want to challenge yourself and make sure it's better than the previous ones.
That was clean.
Thanks, bro. So yeah, it took like 2 years, I would say.
2 years?
Yeah, maybe longer. I don't even know.
Where's that little Manny spot at right there with the little?
Which one?
It's like these little
Albion, the little circle ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there by Lincoln Heights.
Heights?
Yeah, Albion Riverside Park. Yeah. That's a local spot too. It's pretty good to skate, Most of the time pretty empty. Damn.
Dude, that's over a trash can. Look at that. Quick feet.
Yeah, that was fun. It sucks when you get caught though.
Oh, like falling off, like.
Yeah, like trying to be quick and then you like trip on your own. Your own breath, pretty much. Oh.
Let me try to move that out of the way. Yeah.
That I don't know if that DIY is still there. I think that's in Long Beach or was. That's a cool spot.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I had so much. Damn, just so much adventure, I guess I could say, for lack of better description, like for filming this part. But shout out Joe Cisco. We're working on something new. I don't think he's hiding it. I'm sure, he's posted it. It's gonna be called Flor Blanca.
Okay.
So Flor Blanca, and there's plans to premiere it again, like in Mexico, and skate Latin. Hopefully this time I get a skate in Mexico and film tricks there for the part.
Right.
That'd be so sick. That was a plan for this one, but things didn't work out that way, which is fine. Yeah, but I'm super hyped. I got this.
Switch, was that switch?
Which one?
Switch front shovey?
Oh yeah.
Damn. Back tail.
I think I got second to last part. I think so. Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
It's Albion again.
Dude. They're like, just keep going. Was that the plan? Was that on that one? Did you? Or was that all? You had to get it all that? It was already planned in there.
Which one?
You had like this cool little line right there at those little circles.
Oh, like just back to back?
Yeah.
Oh, the backside flip out. There we go.
Watch,
That's
it
the one
should
you're
be coming
talking
up
about.
again. See, this is a front side flip. This is a switch right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually more of a battle than I thought. That's how skating goes, though.
Yeah.
It's mariachi.
Mm-hmm. Dude, that place looks fun.
Yeah, super. San Pedro.
This one right here, this line.
Oh, yeah.
Quick
This one.
feet, bro. And then I like, it's like
I wanted that line so bad. I'm so glad I got
like
it.
I was gonna say, all that was planned in that line right
Yeah,
there. Okay.
all of that, yeah.
Because I wasn't like, okay, like let's just keep it going. Just keep filming him until he doesn't land anything.
No, people were also hyped on that because it was like unexpected too.
That's so sick, dude. I like that to come out nose Manny. This one too. Woo! Come on now.
I didn't know I had that one. That was kind of just one where I'm like, I think I can do it. I never do fakey 3 shows out of it. That's how it is though. Like you with filming video parts, you kind of explore your ability, and that's what I like personally about it. Yeah.
Another thing too, like I feel like when you go out with somebody and they're taking their time to film you, like you want to produce because you're like, I don't want to waste this dude's time.
Yeah.
Let me get this trick.
Mm-hmm. All things considered, yeah, that's a big.
Look at that.
That's a big factor.
You like them New Balances, I'll tell you that. Is this your last trick?
Yeah.
Little firecracker?
I think maybe
Switch?
the last day.
And, was that the plan, the firecracker?
No, I mean, did I firecrackers?
I don't know.
You're the first one to call us out.
It's all good.
I hope I didn't.
Nah, well.
But yeah, that was the last trick.
Well, what we're looking at right here, we're looking at the screen. It's kind of far from us. So, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
To me, I don't know. I'd have to take a look at it later.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool.
I know. Now I got to focus again on here because now my eyes are all adjusted over there.
Same.
But, dude, that's a good part right there, man.
Thanks, bro. Definitely, like I said, I was supposed to have other ender.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But my legs failed on me that day.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, now you can...
Now.
Well, I don't know. We're not going to say the trick, but did you ever go back and get what
No, not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
'Cause I don't want... I don't want to risk getting injured too soon, I want to prepare myself a bit better. Around that time, I also wasn't skating stairs, but I just went for them. So
okay.
I didn't condition my body that well.
Yeah,
But now I'm skating a lot more.
You weren't ready for it.
Yeah, exactly. Mentally, I was, but physically, I was not.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, man. Sometimes that happens, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the camera's here? Well, we're going to get something.
Yeah, exactly. Or like, oh, the video's about to finish? Deadlines? Oh, okay, well, I got to try now, But now I'm a little more prepared, so.
That too.
Hopefully that don't happen again.
How long you been working on this one?
I would say like 2 months.
2 months? Okay.
Yeah, 3 months.
Is there a deadline for this, or is it just another, 2-year project?
Yeah, deadline around next year this time.
Okay.
Yeah, around this time.
Yeah, videos, there's never a rush from usually, depending on who's making them or what they're for. But if it's the homies and stuff like that.
Yeah, usually.
And if it's going to look like this too, man, they did a good job.
Yeah, they killed it. It was so... Yeah, I don't know what I expected, honestly, but it turned out great. We had a premiere at Inner City.
Right.
That was super sick.
The guys went there.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
And if anybody wants to go back, they had a little review of that.
Yeah, that thing was so sick. Thank you guys for that. You guys put it on this channel, right?
Yeah, it's on this channel.
Appreciate that. Yeah, that was super sick.
cool.
Hopefully next go around,
Yeah, hopefully I can make that one.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
You know what I mean? I want to start. Yeah, I want to start supporting this stuff like this, man.
Yeah, bro. We'll probably have it premiered at different skate shops too. That would be pretty sick.
Yeah, that'll be awesome, man.
Yeah,
get more people to watch it that way too, because not everybody can make it out to Inner City or whatnot.
Yeah,
so
that's true. No, it is. Yeah. Everything's a drive over here. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be sick.
That's crazy. All right, now you're teaching skateboarding. Is that personal like thing, like you meet people at the skate park and teach them,
Well,
or is it just the Instagram type of deal?
no, it's like definitely like one-on-one
Okay,
coaching, yeah,
yeah,
in person. It started off because I met um a kid, a 7-year-old, like, and the parents at some like little market that the coffee shop I worked at they had. And so the kid was like going to some classes in an indoor space, but they were
for skateboarding.
yeah, for skateboarding, and they
Okay.
were expressing that he wasn't really getting challenged,
Ah,
because everything was like
he's like, it's too easy.
it's too, I wouldn't say easy, but it's too controlled. Like, if you go to the
Oh.
streets or a skate park, there's a lot more factors going into things. So it's harder to ollie the same like height or length of stairs at a street spot or a skate park that is full of people and
Right, when
like
instead
distractions instead of an indoor controlled space.
right where everybody gets their turn.
Yeah, stuff like that.
And that's not the real world.
Yeah, it's not. It's not at all. So that opened me up to the idea of coaching and where, like, what's the purpose, of a coach.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I could do this. And so, yeah, I started doing that. Since then, which has been like a year and a half, I've coached, like, I want to say 10 kids. Like,
That's cool.
yeah, maybe 9 or 11, one short, but a couple people, a couple kids.
Do you have a certain day that you go out and do this?
Well, it's really just like, depending on their schedule.
Okay.
Most times it is kind of with like, we agree on a day and that's the day we go, have the session.
One-on-one every time, or do you take a group?
It's always been a one-on-one. And the group kind of intimidates me, honestly.
Really?
Because I don't know if, now that I've been in this like coaching scene, I've seen how like there's coaches who do groups, then there's coaches who only do indoor, and then there's coaches who only coach like competition,
Right.
And so I realized there's a lot of like group kind of coaching, and I don't really want to mix myself into that because I know that I won't do a better job than them. In a way,
Right.
or at least that's not what I'm interested in.
Okay.
Like, I'm more interested in the kid thinking a bit differently, or even understanding his body on top of the board a bit better.
That's cool.
Because a lot of times I remember I was super stubborn and I kept going into these patterns that just didn't help me, long term.
Do you think having other kids would be a distraction for you teaching them, maybe? Like,
and that too, like, a lot of, because I've seen this, you go to some parks and they offer free skate classes, and there are a bunch of kids. You just see them riding on their board, like on their butt, not even on their feet.
Not even, okay.
Or they're like they're just playing tag.
They're getting babysitted.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
right.
At the end of the day, that's cool. Like, I think there's space for all of that, but I just know I don't want to find myself in that situation.
Because we just had a guest on, and he was talking about how he's coaching kids as well.
Oh, nice.
And his Rains Cash.
Oh, that's cool.
And he teaches kids at his local park.
Sick.
But it started with one kid,
yeah.
Right? And then all of a sudden they're like, "Can he bring a friend?" And he's like, "Oh yeah." And then he brings a friend, right? And now they're kicking it, and then next thing you know, they've got another kid. Yeah. And he goes, "Okay, now I'm gonna have them just meet me at the park at the same time, and then they're kind of now they're buddies. Now they're skate buddies.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Listen.
Yeah. So now, and
yeah.
And he said that even the mom's like, "Oh wow, this, like, I see an improvement in my child even like at home because of skateboarding and stuff like that." So it's really cool. Rad.
Yeah, there's a space for it all. Like, everything. Skating is much more than just like learning a trick too. It's about community. It's about learning how to communicate.
Oh yeah.
It's navigating challenge on and off the board. But yeah, there's a place for everything, which is why I'm like, I want to choose the place where I fit in more as a coach, and then just kind of focus on that.
Everybody has their way of doing it, man, and you just gotta stick to the way you're doing it, as long as it's working for you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And do you do it at the park of their choosing, or your choosing?
Yeah, my choosing. That's also, I think, something that I offer differently, because most coaches kind of just want to stay in one park. And I'm more like the more the merrier, because you get to explore different terrains. Even though there's a lot of skate parks, there's some skate parks that are very crusty, and then there's others that are more perfect.
Of course.
Flat bars are different heights, stairs, and ramps, same thing.
Quarter pipes are not. Some of them aren't as smooth.
So it's about like continuously
challenging them.
Challenging, including adversity in that way, and then, teaching them how to navigate that too, and also like skate park etiquette. There's a lot of times I tell the kid, like, you gotta watch out, like, don't just go in there, or stuff like that.
I'm glad you said it, because a lot of times that's one of the most important things, I think, is learning the etiquette of a skate park.
Yeah.
Learning to keep your head on a swivel. Learning to not just look at it right in front of you to observe the whole park.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Because we know as we get older, because, I'm sure, I probably got in somebody's way and then, oh, damn, okay, I won't do that again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, we all learn from making mistakes. But
exactly.
if I had somebody there that could tell me, hey, bro, just check it out. See that guy way over there? He's actually going to be coming towards you right now. And you're planning to go the same way. So just be on the lookout for that, Yeah,
stuff like that. It goes a long way.
Yeah.
And that's for sure part of what I'm trying to provide for the kids.
Now, do you have them wear, like, safety gear or anything like that?
Well, that's kind of been, like...
it's up to the parent kind of deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
But most of them...
I would have them sign something, but... No.
Yeah. Well, it's... Yeah.
It's like, this is at your own risk now, because, he's going to fall. Yeah. It's all part of it. Right? They're going to get hurt. They're going to get bruises.
For sure. No, but I think that's when it comes down to, like, you got to read, the relationship that you're getting yourself into.
That's true.
And gratefully, I've been in,
knock on wood, right?
Yeah, knock on wood. I've been in situations where it's a good relationship between me and the parents, and we understand what skating is, right? And so, yeah.
Is there an age range that you...
Well, the oldest I've coached is, like, 12, 13 years old.
Okay.
And the youngest has been like 7.
I feel like the younger ones are the ones that kind of need it.
Yeah, but all the younger ones have gear all the time. I don't even need to explain that to the parents. They just come
with the gear. Come prepared,
Yeah. So, yeah,
if cool. it would make, as a parent, for me, if I was a parent, I would feel more comfortable making the kids wear some stuff under your watch, as opposed to if I was watching them and they got hurt.
For sure.
That's on me, right? It's my kid. But when someone else is supposed to take care of him and oops, he fell because he slipped back on a drop-in. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, like, No,
you're right.
No, it's true. Because you laughing because that's the first thing that they fall on usually is the drop-ins.
Yeah, no,
I mean, they don't know how to lean forward yet.
Exactly. What's funny is that, like, I'm learning a lot about how to communicate to kids. Because you'll tell them, don't do something. And I don't know if they sometimes got to learn the hard way.
Oh, yeah.
Or that's been my experience. Like, I'll tell them, like...
That's hot. Oh, told you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And so, like, it's a weird relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Like, building situation when that happens. Because you're like... You can't... I mean, I never say, I told you. But, like, I'll be like, yeah, so, it's okay. Are you okay? Like, now we just got to make sure we do this so that don't happen, or like...
Yeah, let's find out
let's focus here.
What did we do wrong?
Exactly.
Why did that happen?
Yeah.
Let's find the solution.
Exactly. And so... But I've been learning a lot myself. One parent told me, like, are you open to just, like, some, critique? I didn't even take it as critique, though. I took it more as, like, a layup, because she said instead of using... don't be scared, be like, okay, you got this, be brave.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing,
Yeah, you're taking away a negative word.
Or replacing it with a positive phrase. So I was like, nice. I'm taking that now with me. And so it's been cool to be a coach, to younger kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how much do you charge? You do it like hourly?
Yeah, well, it's it's always been hourly, and I've gotten into situations where I'm there the whole day, and so that made me think about what's a day rate kind of thing. So that always changes depending on, like, if I go to Oceanside or somewhere like Huntington Beach, because I stay in East LA, Boyle Heights,
Right.
and that's pretty far for me. So
Right.
riding, bus driving, whatever. So it just depends on that. That's kind of more on the like me and the parents what
did you guys
we come to an agreement to what's fair, because also I gotta, and this is me learning how to be more of a business, instead of just like a coach.
Right.
Because I feel like when I got into coaching, it's more of like, oh, I just want to teach kids. It's super passionate. But then you realize that you have to be a bit more strategic about like how far you go to teach kids, whether that's through travel or even just like hours. Because it's draining. Like it's not draining. It's just very, how do you say, energy.
Right. It's taking
a lot of energy.
Yeah. If it takes you 2 hours to get to the park and you're only going to teach this kid for an hour.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta figure out, well,
exactly.
Where's the now I need like 2 or 3 kids, because if I'm gonna go there,
Exactly.
that's how I would think.
For sure. Yeah, you gotta make it worth it. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes the park is that great that I'm like, I'll go just for that hour because I want to skate after.
Yeah.
But usually, it's like if I stay right there at Hollenbeck Park, it's $40.
Okay.
Like the hour, the session.
At your local.
Yeah, which is my local, and that's only because
You're so close.
I'm so close, so it's like
there's no commute.
It's perfect, yeah. But honestly, it might change just because there's a lot of I'm learning a lot, and I'm learning about like what a camp like a
skate camp.
Not a skate camp, but like let's say El Sereno has a day for skating. Parents will be charged like $30 just so that they can have their kids, like, for lack of better words, and I'm not trying to diss, but like babysit.
Right.
Because they tell me, they're like, oh, like, you do things a bit differently
than other
coach. And so I'm like, well, if I'm providing more value in the hour and I'm only charging $10 more, that kind of shows me, that kind of tells me some things, and I'm like, I don't know. Things kind of need to.
No, you need to be charged what you're worth.
Yeah, I need to just like respect the time too and the craft, because it won't be fair to other coaches who are charging like $80. Someone's told me like you need to charge like 60 to 100.
Yeah, because you're like you're fucking up the market.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
So
they're just scared they're gonna lose business.
Yeah, I know. No, but they're in many ways they're right though, because think about how much you would pay for.
You want to make sure. Yeah, exactly. You want to make sure that you're getting paid for what you're worth.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like it's like going to a company and you're doing like marketing, but you're getting paid.
Yeah.
Like fast food. Salary or whatever.
They're getting paid pretty good nowadays.
I know, right? Maybe not considering inflation though, but
I see what you're saying. You go there and you're getting minimum wage. You're like, wait, what?
I
should be getting like top dollar here. I'm I'm the face of this company now.
I know, right? Yeah. No, I mean it's also it's navigating all that, but to keep it simple, if you catch me at Hollenbeck, it's like $40. Just a session.
Well, you better until inflation
hits.
Yeah, the tariffs.
The tariffs. Yeah. But I'm still. That's always just like a work in progress, because I want to offer, packages, because I am writing for inner city, and hopefully down the line I get like deals with, brands who want to be in skating, and maybe I can offer like a kit. Like
that'd be cool if they like if they could go like sign up at the inner city, like, oh, if you go to my skate shop, there's a sign up here, whatever, and then they'll contact you. Hey, you got a new person that wants you to contact you or whatever.
Yeah, I definitely need the waivers for that and stuff though.
Yeah, okay.
Hold everyone's. That's why there hasn't been that, but
right. Okay.
That's super. Definitely being worked on for sure.
Okay. Yeah, because those waivers will back you up
save
for sure.
Everyone. Yeah, just to keep everyone safe.
Mm-hmm.
No miscommunication.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Okay. But if people wanted to get a hold of you, how would they contact you?
Oh, okay. So the best way is right now, at the moment, it's Instagram.
Instagram?
Yeah. So profe.carlos, double S, I believe.
Uh-huh.
My Instagram is carlos.torres. Torres, double S on both words. So if you can't find the Profe one, you'll definitely find it at my regular one.
If they're watching this, the links will be in the description.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Sick. Technology.
Yeah. we'll definitely put them in the description below. But
And
in case they're just listening in their car or something,
For sure. Yeah. So that's going to be where I'm pretty much going to post about anything that I add on to the coaching, because there's a lot of platforms, something like school, or even I heard about
the Skate IQ guy.
Yeah, exactly. Skate
Killing
IQ guy.
He's
Mitchie, right?
Mitchie,
Brusco.
Yeah, Mitchie Brusco.
Yeah, he's doing such a good job with coaching.
And he can explain it really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does a good job.
I mean, I learned so much stuff from him already. Just his little clips on the, from popping out of a bank to there's was a varial flip. I hadn't done one of those in years, and he was like, "Oh, it's all in the hips, kind of like you want to." And then I was like, "Bam!" Like a half an hour, I got one. I was like, "Cool, got it on video. Like, don't have to do it no more." No,
let's go. I know, right? And then no. I mean, he's doing such a great job.
He is,
and he makes.
He's doing good.
He's a good representation of how valuable coaching is.
Right. And where it can go.
Because it's not only helping kids that he's coaching, but it's helping people like yourself,
Yeah.
Or
no, your videos help me too, dude. Like, cause I just watch you, and I'm like I said, I want to skate like you with the manis. So I envision, like, I embody you, and I'm like, I'm getting the manis on, and I'm like, dude, this is awesome.
Sure, I'll take that. But no, I mean, and we've been like, the way I think about it is I've been being coached through skate parts that we've seen, or that we like reference. There's been so many times where I see like a part like Greg Lutzka's. I think I mentioned this part last time too.
Probably.
I seen how he does his frontside flips, and I was studying that. Like he was coaching me indirectly.
Yeah.
And so I think about, okay, imagine just being a bit more direct, how much further that can go for the skater. So yeah, there's like a lot of, like, I guess, passion that goes into the coaching, which is sick, that now I can kind of express it on that separate page.
I think, for coaching, it already shows the passion, because, you're taking time to, whatever it is, baseball, jiu-jitsu, you're teaching somebody a skill out of your own, and something you already love to do.
Yeah, I've been doing it for 15 plus years. I'm like,
it kind of like the way that the last guest, Reigns, explained teaching kids, and he's like, dude, I'm like, I can make a couple $100 a weekend. Like, what the hell am I doing? Like, it's something I love to. I'm already gonna be at the park, for an hour. I got 4 kids, and then boom, done. I'm
nice.
good.
He has 4 kids.
Well, he probably has more. But
okay.
You know
what I mean?
But
I understood, like, he's a parent and stuff.
No, he doesn't have kids. I don't think. But
I was like, that's sick. Like,
no. But he teaches like 4 kids that weekend, and then now he brings in his little homie.
Oh,
so
cool.
Now he's able to break him off some money, and
sick. That's super cool.
So,
man. Skate coaching is and this is on a separate note, but in the beginning where now I'm full-time coaching, like that's all I'm focusing on. But in the beginning, I was like, can I do it? Like, is this something that you can sustain you? And the way I looked at it, it's like having another job.
Right.
You know how people have multiple jobs to like make their living? That could just be your side hustle, and if you're a skateboarder, and if you've been skating for a lot of years and you've built that skill, you've put in the time, think about it. Instead of, and there's nothing wrong with it, but instead of working at like a store or a restaurant you don't want to work at to make extra bucks, learn how to teach what you've learned what you've taught yourself, these past years. I feel like that would go a long way, because just like what's his name again?
Reigns Cash.
Reigns.
Yeah. Reigns. Yeah, he goes by Reigns Cash.
Oh, there we go. Reigns Cash.
He's also a rapper as well. He makes music. He's
he probably even coach music.
He does. Because you're here on a Wednesday. His episode actually will drop tomorrow.
Oh, sick.
So that's why I could speak on it now, because this comes out in a couple weeks. So.
Dope.
Yeah, but dude, like it's amazing what like doing
Your
something you're
passions can
passionate
do-
about,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you and not and money's just floating around out there, and you could just get it, like boom,
Yeah.
and you're doing something you love.
That's a great way to put it.
You know what I
honestly.
mean?
Yeah.
It's like somebody's like, I need somebody. And there's a bunch of kids out there that want to learn. There's parents out there nowadays because
Yeah.
of the Olympics and because of all these contest skating. Some of these kids are either gonna be with it or they're not.
Yeah.
You know, as soon as they fall, they know they don't like it. Okay, bring
Yeah.
another one in. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Either way, you can
You know.
can benefit from expressing that passion.
And then I feel like I think there's that perfect age gap. You know, I don't know it yet, but I'm sure there's a gap. Like you said, maybe 13 is the max, 12, because once they get to that age, they're gonna go off with their friends. They're gonna want to do their thing now. But
Yeah.
hopefully by that time, they already got the skills that they need, the etiquette, the know.
Yeah, I mean I think from what I've understood is
Unless you go
somewhere different, like
unless
you go,
you keep it going where this kid, you got this one kid that
Yeah.
all of a sudden he's like a meal ticket, you know?
Yeah.
And he goes to the Olympics and you're like, you're right there. You got him the massagers and you got
that's funny.
you know, and you're telling
Yeah,
him, okay, you need an
damn.
8-3. So this guy did a frontside flip over this thing that gave him a, you know, that's
skating
You know what I mean?
down
Like
the
now
line.
you're playing the numbers.
That's skating down the line. I would
You
that
never
would
know.
be like the that would be wild.
SLS or something. You know
Yeah,
what
that
I
would
mean?
be cool. I mean, I think that's where skating's gonna go
For
in,
sure.
And it's like, well, okay, so like, there's many ways you can go with skating, right? But skating is definitely gonna go where, you know, it's gonna be less taboo for you to have your personal coach
Yeah.
or stuff like that. Like right now, it kind of looks silly. Like, come on, even though a lot of people do have that without
yeah.
you knowing, you know,
Oh yeah.
like Nigel didn't get that good because he was on his own.
Right.
Like he
No,
had a group
training.
of skaters. He's training. He has mentors. Like all these different things that they'll never say like out loud,
Mm-hmm.
but they're there. Now it's gonna be okay for that trainer to be on the sidelines.
Especially, I know for sure,
you know?
P-Rod, like he's always been working out. He just didn't
He
say
just
nothing
exactly just
because
like that.
he didn't want to get the ridicule or whatever for it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
I mean, had he told us earlier, maybe some of us would have got on it sooner too.
that's funny. Yeah, but that also tells you can't be waiting for someone else to give you permission to do things you need to do. You know, like you just gotta take the initiative.
Yeah, you gotta just stop worrying about what people are gonna think.
Yeah,
You know,
honestly.
or oh, is this not cool?
Yeah.
No, is it healthy? Like,
Or is it
think that way.
beneficial for
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Imagine if P-Rod didn't sign that Nike deal. Like,
Ooh,
he
man.
would have not been P-Rod. He would have not been able to support
Probably
his family.
Yeah, that's probably
Have
a
those
lot.
parks, skate the way he skates now still.
Yeah.
That dude's still killing it. It's
I
crazy.
wonder what he would have done if he'd never skated.
And then, he would have... Well,
He would have been
no?
okay.
He'd been an
He
actor.
would have want to been. Is he good? Is he a good actor? Nah.
I mean, he would
he's
have...
in some stuff.
Yeah.
He's in some stuff.
I actually haven't seen
I
anything.
can't hate because I'm not in nothing. So
It's not even that. But I think... Well, because his dad was the comedian, right?
right.
Like, every time I would mention P-Rod... Because that was my favorite skater.
Yeah, Paul Rodriguez.
Yeah, when I grew up, because he was a junior, Mexican American.
Mhm.
I'm a junior, and so my dad would always be like, "That's Paul Rodriguez's son." I'm
Yeah.
like, "No, he is Paul Rodriguez." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he wanted to say that the comedian was
Yeah,
more
yeah.
bigger, but I was like,
You're
in
like,
my
"Nah, no
eyes,
more."
yeah, P-Rod is P-Rod. So, but no, I'm sure like with his mentality, like he would have taken acting in a
Oh yeah.
okay
And,
way,
yeah.
you know?
If he has that mentality where
Yeah.
he'll go for it.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Kobe, like where he stopped basketball and he started doing the writing and stuff. Yeah, similar to that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything coming up? Anything next? Like any events or? You were just at Hemet with Listo, right?
Yeah, dude.
Okay. How was
Listo
that?
is the man. Like,
Okay.
he's awesome.
He's going for it right
He's
now.
going for it right now, and I freaking love it. Like I told him, I appreciate just your optimism and your energy.
Uh-huh.
Like you feel it, and it was like honestly, seeing him skate was very refreshing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have to say that first. But yeah, I was at Hemet. Thanks to Listo again, and because I didn't have a way to go over there otherwise.
Okay.
I qualified 4th for the finals, so
Oh, sick.
I was surprised. you know, but it was a double tray I did at the last stair set.
Mm-hmm.
And so, anyways, finals was top 6 people, and I missed my last trick for the finals. So, who knows what I would have, gotten if I landed that last trick. But there's heavy hitters, so I wasn't expecting to place first or second.
Greg was out there, wasn't he?
Greg won second.
He got second. Okay.
He got second. He qualified third. I qualified fourth.
Yeah.
But he finished second.
Okay.
And who knows what I finished. I probably finished for sure sixth.
Damn, two of our guests are out there doing it. Three, well, because Listo too as well. Yeah. But
no, a lot of people are doing it.
Listo's part of the show. He's
for sure
the guest.
Nah, yeah, I mean,
yeah, but dude, that's amazing, bro.
Yeah,
that's so rad that you went out there.
Yeah.
Did you already pay the entry fee before you went? Before you had the ride?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're like, I need to get there.
I need to get there. And crazy story, I have an electric scooter you saw me roll up with.
I didn't know, yeah.
So that's a new one, and I broke the last one I had going to Listo's place.
Did you do some jumps or something?
No, I just accidentally rolled into an electric box gap and hit the battery pack. And I was like, I texted Listo. It was like 5 in the morning or 5:30. Yeah. It's like, my dude, I'm gonna need to get picked up from like a market close by. And so, yeah, when that happened, I didn't want to be an inconvenience to Listo, and so I was kind of gonna be like, you know what, I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? But I thought about it. I'm like, no, I need to, like, I can't just throw
this opportunity
away in that sense.
And this doesn't hurt to ask for him to come.
Exactly.
And, it might be a little bit, like, oh, well, and then, afterwards, everybody makes it there safe.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
It worked out.
Smiles and everything.
For sure.
Get some shove it tacos and you'll be good.
I do think that Listo didn't qualify for finals, but qualifiers. Wait, so there's qualifiers and then semifinals. He didn't qualify for semifinals, but he should have. He did a pop shove 50 on that rail.
Yeah.
Like last trick. I don't know what happened, but hey, that's how it goes sometimes. Like judging gets screwed up.
Sometimes, you never know too. Sometimes there might be a favorite out there. I don't know. You never know.
For sure, yeah. But
like they say, skateboarding's rigged.
Skateboarding is rigged. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because like it's sometimes you're playing into people's emotion, not logic. Like judging, they try to make it as logical as possible, but skating is so much more than just technique. Yeah. Or like the kind of tricks you can do. Mm-hmm. So like I think
a lot of it goes like how well did he land that trick, and then is there style in that trick? You know what I mean? All that has to go into it, man.
Yeah. I mean, arguably, like I feel that Greg should have won first, but I know I think I understand that he didn't because the other contestant. Mm-hmm. He flowed through the park a bit more. Like he covered more. He
utilized more of the park.
Yeah, but I mean,
it did look a little for me personally but I wasn't there. But it looked like when Listo did the stair set, and then it's a long way to like another spot, and then to the ledge, and then it's a long way back. Yeah. And it's like it felt like there could have been like more to do but the park was so big.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I felt like. But I mean, watching him skate it too, I was like, I would be winded, bro. Like it doesn't seem like a long time.
It taught me so much about.
But whoa, how do you need to be conditioned? Yeah, your cardio needs to be up.
Yeah, that's why I missed the last trick because I couldn't get my breath in.
And that's why Pete Rod would work out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like knowing that, dude, I'd be on a treadmill. I'd be doing whatever it takes to eat secretly, like he did, and come out and be like, everybody's all gassed, and I'm over here like, what?
Yeah.
They're like, how?
Strategy and preparation, and just
prep.
Understanding, like, there's a lot of things you should prepare yourself for.
Condition.
Yeah. Condition yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, that was awesome though, Hemedam. I definitely want to go to the next one. But we'll see. Maybe I'll be in Mexico, so right. I probably won't be there. But
are there any other events coming up?
Yeah, I mean, that I know of, no. that I'm gonna go to at least.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot going on.
There's Go Skate Days coming up.
Just Go Skate Day. Most likely, I'll prioritize what inner city is gonna do. But we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. Yeah.
Shout out to your skate shop, man.
For sure. Shout out inner city. They're killing it.
Dude, amazing. Yeah. All right. Any new hobbies off the board? Anything you're doing?
Lately, I've really been focused just on like skating hobby. Well, I mean, I listen to a lot of like podcasts. That's my hobby. Just like listening to different,
hell yeah,
topics that I'm interested in. Yeah.
Are they comedy?
I'm such a boring person.
No, not even.
There's no hobbies really.
Are they comedy podcasts? Are you listening to mystery? Are you listening to like
more like
inspirational?
More like
Skating?
Optimization.
Like
optimizing health. It sounds fancy, but it's really just about what to do. Like do it. You know what I'm saying? Like you should drink water if it's hot.
Right.
And maybe get some electrolytes in there somehow. Like
that's one thing I don't do that I should do, because I'm not a big fan of salt, so I never put salt in anything, and we need salt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Some form of it, yeah.
So I feel like I probably need it because I never use it.
Yeah.
I don't add it to food. I don't do nothing with it. Yeah.
Yeah. At least, like, my thing is at least lean into it, kind of like see what it's about, and then you learn as you go, trial and error, You learn that electrolyte that you get at 7-Eleven isn't the same thing as like a good electrolyte supplement.
Right.
Like there's
I heard
differences.
There's a I think it's called Element.
Oh yeah, Element.
Yeah, they sponsor some podcasts. Hint, hint over here.
I know, right?
And, it'd be like
that would be so sick.
I want to try it.
I need to tag them on this next channel.
You never know. Yeah. I mean, it'll help out. You can, since you're teaching kids, you bring it along. You're like, you're. They're buying it now.
I actually I send a DM. I mean, that's not really that helpful or that efficient anymore to get attention, because everyone does that. But Santa Cruz Paleo, have you heard of them? No, well, it's just
Paleo.
Okay. Santa Cruz Paleo. It's just this guy pretty much going up to people and being like, "Don't get those electrolytes, get these." And this is why, and he reads out the label and he explains to them the consequences of that.
Right.
And then he offers them a solution. Right. Like he points out the problem and then he gives the solution.
Did you see the new Gatorade commercial? How they're trying to advertise their Gatorade? It's like they're pretty much saying that it sounds like, don't get our last Gatorade wasn't good, but this one is.
Oh, no way.
It almost sounds like that. You know what I mean? It's like, we got electrolytes in this one. It's better than the last, or this one's like, no, you guys are all sugar, bro. You guys have never been good.
They messed up too much.
Yeah,
that's funny.
They kind of it was like it's like they dissed themselves in their own commercial for the old stuff. Like that's something you shouldn't tell people. Maybe.
Yeah, just be like, oh, no, improved. Something.
Yeah, new improved or whatever.
Damn, that's crazy. Actually, I've been seeing Chiquita, like that banana company, like sponsoring people to basically promote bananas. And I don't know how I feel about that, but I just think it's funny that even like bananas need to be promoted. Right. It's weird. I don't know, like how Got Milk, stuff like that. Yeah. Like, I don't know, think about that stuff, I guess.
Chiquita, but yeah. I mean, I buy bananas usually, but
yeah.
I don't need a commercial to tell me.
Yeah, but I just thought it was interesting, but it gets me think. I don't know, all that stuff gets me thinking about what we can take from seeing those commercials is we should think about our health a bit more.
Yeah, exactly.
Or what we consume.
Tell you, man, that everything is
a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, I don't eat well. I know that for a fact. I wish I did. But
I mean, but the thing is,
it's just convenient to go to the burger place.
Hey, I love In-N-Out.
In-N-Out's probably better than where I go.
Yeah, that's funny. No, and the thing is, it's like, I think understanding we all got choices. Like sometimes it's not about being so strict, or at least that doesn't work for me. I wish it did, because it would be cool to say that, I can be like, bam, 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 on it, but most times it's just about knowing you got choices and you can always kind of like
Yeah. You got
go back.
Yeah.
Take a step back and then try something else.
You're allowed a
Stuff like
cheat
that.
day here and there. You know what I mean? Like,
You're allowed to learn.
If you're on a healthy tip, you know what I mean? Just get yourself a little cheat day and then boom, get back on it.
Yeah, if that's what you need. I know. Yeah, I mean, I haven't proven myself otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Lately, my hobby has been eating cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
That's my hobby.
Okay.
I love cheesecake. Like, but because I know I love it so much, I'm like, okay, literally, I can't see that every day. If I see it every day, like if it's in my fridge, I'm gonna have it every day. So I'm like, just get one, just have it there once a week or stuff like that.
That's your weakness right there.
Yeah.
You see a piece of cheesecake. Uh-oh.
Yeah, bro.
Well, we know what to get you when your birthday comes around.
Oh, I would love that. Before it was the salted peanut butter pretzels.
Okay.
Man,
those are bomb too. I mean, yeah, we get into these little grooves, man, where we just have that one snack for a while, then I'll get tired of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, what's on to the next?
Same. Yeah. I mean, sparkling water also has been something. I don't know where I just got into it.
I was gonna ask you too about you're not working for the barista anymore then, huh?
Oh no, as a barista.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, because you kind of answered that earlier.
Yeah.
But you're still down with the coffee.
Still down with the coffee. That's also something that I'm always conscious about. Like, okay, am I having too much? Do I need a little? Like stuff like that.
I'm due for a cup already. No.
Yeah, exactly. That's my.
I got used to it now. Yeah.
You drink coffee?
Yeah, I drink coffee now. Like I'll have maybe 3 cups. Sometimes I'll maybe have them all 3 throughout the morning. I'll try to have one each hour.
Yeah.
Or I'll just have one in the morning, afternoon if it's not too hot in the afternoon, and then at night sometimes I like to have one.
Nice.
But I don't have a problem sleeping or nothing.
No, that's cool. Because
I don't get the crazy
I can't have
stuff.
it after like 12 or 2, and then.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
So I'm okay. I mean, it's not the best stuff, so it's just instant. You know what I mean? So it's probably like and who knows? Maybe I'm buying decaf.
Yeah, I know.
That would be funny.
That's so funny. I mean, but people just like the taste, so
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
I love the creamer I like too. So I'm not gonna say it because it's always sold out when I go.
That's funny.
I don't want a new customer going in and grabbing it.
Or try. Yeah.
Now it's really
beating you to it.
Yeah. I buy 3 at a time. It's like that.
Oh damn.
Yeah, just in case.
So I'll ask for it after. I'm just curious. I really don't like put creamer and stuff in the coffee. But I'm curious.
Oh, which one it is?
Yeah.
All right, we'll tell you afterwards. Yeah, it's Coffee Mate, but the flavor is like the flavor funny. One is. I won't tell you the flavor.
That's so funny.
But it was a long time. I mean, just on a coffee kick, real quick, guys. It was a long time for me to find an actual Coffee Mate flavor that I liked, because there was different brands that just had better flavors.
Yeah.
But I had it like there was another one that we had to go far to get.
Damn,
it's like another market. Like we had to find a Vons or something.
That's insane.
To get this particular brand, and then during COVID they stopped selling it for a while, or it sold out. So then I had to find the Coffee Mate that I liked, and now it's close by. It's convenient.
That's wow. I never would have thought.
Yeah,
Coffee
it's a whole
Mate
story.
Did that.
It's a whole story.
So you've never been to a coffee shop, a specialty coffee shop?
No, not really. No, I would love.
Not even Starbucks.
Starbucks, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I get the ice mocha.
Dude, one day you need to come through to the one I worked at.
Oh, yeah.
To try out a coffee.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down, man.
Let's figure that out.
Skate session and everything.
Exactly. That would be sick. That would be sick, actually, because I did start being a bit more intentional with the YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do content with people who are down, people who want to collaborate, have something going on their YouTube channels with skating. Yeah, that'd be sick if you're down. Yeah,
I'm down, man.
That could happen.
A day in the life with Carlos and me.
Yeah,
Carlos and I.
Skate show.
Skate
show and... Nah, it doesn't rhyme with prof or nothing.
Well, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure out the title.
It. Yeah, we'll title it. It'll be dope. All right. Anything you want to bring up before we get out of here?
Flor Blanca is going to be coming out next year, summer. Follow Caravana Cinema.
Who knows? We might have you back before you drops again. You can always come back as a couch boy, too.
Oh, that would be sick. I do want to do that.
You know what I mean? So
I think I mentioned that.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, Caravana Cinema. Follow them. Inner city shout out.
Okay, before we get your shout outs, we got one more
bad.
thing before we do that. We got a couple questions left.
Forgot about this.
Yeah, man. The last time you got if you could time travel on episode 70.
Damn, what did I say? I probably just said like something.
It was cool. I remember you said that you would want to go back with this mentality.
Oh.
If you could go back in time. But you figured if we go back in time, we'll just do the same thing we already done.
I did say that.
Yeah.
All right,
go back and listen to it, everybody.
Go
episode
back.
70.
Yeah. Let's see what I said.
Let's see what you got today.
No way. Okay. If you could build your... My eyesight's pretty bad, so that's why.
Okay.
If you could build your own skate park.
Mm.
Wow. What is going... What
are you putting in your skate park?
Wow. If I could build my own skate park.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't lose that one. That's a good question.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to put it back so much.
Oh, okay.
We don't want to repeat for next week.
Oh, so they're always new.
Kind of. And then once they're all done, I'll put them back in.
Oh, sick.
Because I did that before I put them. This person got the 3 guests got maybe the same question 3 times in a row. I'm like, I got to pull that out of the ball, man.
That's hilarious. That's funny. So, okay, if I had to build my own skate park, what's going in? Definitely a stair set.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be like a 4 stair and then like a 7 stair that's at Hollenbeck.
Ooh.
Both of those are going to have... the 4 stair might just have the hubba on the side. And then the 7 stair is going to have the rails and the hubbas. There's definitely going to be like El Sereno quarter pipes kind of thing.
To get the flow.
Yeah, and then for sure like a 30 or 40 like feet flat bar. Like
You want a long
like,
flat bar.
Yeah, because dude, and a circle, and it has to be circle because at Hollenbeck there's a square one. I know.
No, I mean, I'm just old school. I like the square rail, but yeah. No, this is your park.
Yeah, it's my park.
Yeah.
Like, or maybe I always thought like maybe there could be attachments, somehow. I don't know. Maybe if it's attached to a skate park.
Have you seen Have you ever seen those I think they're called transformer rails or something like that?
Oh no.
It's a rail that one top is round, and you could spin it up like this, and the other side's flat. Or if you spin it halfway, it's a ledge with the rail with the round on and a flat on.
Oh damn! No, I haven't seen that.
So it's basically a flat bar that does 3 different things.
Who does that?
I think it's Transform Rails or something like that.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit too advanced for this. Maybe in like 5 years, that's gonna be popping.
Imagine though, like you could get to the skate park. All you'd have to do is, unless somebody steals the damn pins.
Wow, when's a skate park gonna be built in that way?
You pull the pins out. You could today I want a flat bar square, and I'll turn it over.
That's like an indoor skate park idea.
Yeah. Well, P-Rod's park, he can adjust the stairs back and forth. Yeah.
He can.
Yeah.
You see, stuff like that changes the whole game.
Right.
Like, because I could do that, then that changes things.
It's your skate park.
But I needed some 4 stairs, some like mini practice 4 stairs, and then the bigger sets. A launch.
Outdoor park, indoor park.
I like outdoors, man. You gotta
have some air.
The sunlight is actually really good for you. Obviously, from noon to like the hot hours,
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to skate at that time. But I love to skate in the morning. I love to skate in the evening, so it has to be outdoor.
Yeah.
Just got to deal with rain, guys.
Yeah.
It's part of nature. But flat bar, launch, stairs, small, big, hubbas, quarter pipes. What else? Euro gaps. I'm not like, I don't need one there.
But it could have one.
It can have one.
It could have one somewhere.
I could have one somewhere. Definitely a manual pad. Like just
Definitely,
maybe 2, like, a longer one and then a smaller or shorter one.
Okay. Now, is there a preference on height on this mani pad? Like,
I think it'd have to be like
curb high?
Maybe it'll be like where one side starts off bigger than the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a low to high.
A what?
A low to high?
Yeah, something like that. Because, if you want to practice popping into the manuals and then... like Westchester, Westchester?
Yeah, Westchester.
Yeah, something like that.
Also, Ponderosa, I think, has a little something like that, too. A little mani pad like that.
Oh, yeah. But, no, I think it starts... Ponderosa. Oh, wait, where's Ponderosa?
Anaheim?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. No, I mean, I'm not a skate park designer, but
Yeah,
it has to have those elements.
that's cool, man.
I don't need a ball. Maybe
All
for the
good.
homies, I'm thinking, no,
Like
be
I
selfless.
said, this is for you, man. This is your dream.
Yeah, my
park.
private park, no need for no balls or nothing.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's a good question.
If I had a park, I'd definitely have some like we talked about this on the last episode
Mhm.
with you with those Olympic rings, so you could hold on to. So
Oh, wow, I've
like
seen
some
that.
training facility.
Have you seen
type
that on
of deal.
Instagram? There's this kid who did that.
Really?
Or even some, like, indoor skate park.
Yeah. Well, I think that's how
Facilities.
they're training the
That's
Japanese.
insane to me, bro.
So that
But
way,
hey, everything goes. I mean, if they're growing up to learn how to nollie blizzard flip blip slide, like, who am I to be mad at that, you know?
right?
But that's insane.
It's kind of like, oh, you have training wheels, and then you take the training wheels off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we all started with training wheels at one
We all,
point.
we all started with holding onto something.
I started butt boarding, man. I was on my knee.
I started Mongo, man.
Yeah. But you did. I remember your last story when you ollied over the backpack. First try.
First try. I'm
First try.
holding to that.
First try.
First try.
All right. Now let's get your shout outs.
All right, sick. So shout out Inner City Skate. Shout out myself coaching.
Yes.
Hit me up if you want some help navigating your skating. SAD hardware, New Balance, because they've been sending it through Inner City. Ace,
Okay.
you guys have been awesome. Just like the truck, I guess. I don't know. Something might happen with
Okay.
them. So
That's good. Let's
shouting you out because I'm hoping it works out.
shout out to Ace, man.
Yeah, shout out Ace. Shout out Sk8.
Thank you.
Appreciate you having me on for sure.
We appreciate you making it in, man.
Yeah, dude, it's
Definitely.
awesome. Shout out Listo, honestly, for him and There's
Mm-hmm.
more shout outs this time. Shout out Steve because been skating a lot with him. Shout
Mm-hmm.
out Greg for pushing it. Representing for East LA and Mexico, mostly Mexico.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing. Yeah,
I love it.
man. Shout out everyone.
Well, shout out to everybody that supports your skating. Everybody, if you're
Yeah.
not following him or watching him yet, go please check it out. Go check out his Instagram. Follow his YouTube page.
Oh yeah, shout out my YouTube. I'm
Yes.
gonna get that popping. I'm doing a lot of lives because I just kind of want to get used to talking to the camera,
Mm-hmm.
a bit more, and then it'll be more structured. I promise. There'll be more intention. You'll definitely find some good content there. So yeah, YouTube
man.
channel.
For sure, man.
Mhm.
And everybody out there. And of course, the guys, they're off today, but shout out to the guys out there, man. Listo, Peralta. We hope to get them in the studio next time. And everybody that's watching, man, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, everything that you guys are supporting us. If you want to see your favorite local skater on our show, let us know. Hit us up in the DMs, and we'll get them in the studio as soon as possible. Again, thank you so much for coming down. I appreciate it.
Yeah, my dude. Thank you.
Again, go follow him on Instagram. Follow me, OG Sk8 as well. Till next week. Peace out, everybody.
Let's go.